Another Fortnite live stream. Joey Longlegs here. Um, we're hopping into some Reload Zero build. I think I'm going to be on here for probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how it goes. If you guys want to stick around and join us, you're more than welcome. Hopefully everyone's enjoying their evening, by the way. Played a little bit earlier today. Weren't doing too bad. We seemed to be third place seemed to be our popular. We kind of moved down. We were like fifth place, fourth place, third place, and then yeah, obviously never got first yet, but we are going to get there. I'm pushing closer and closer every match. Uh-huh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That, what a way to go. I thought there was a side on it. Oh gosh. All right, well, we're hopping into another one here. Oh, what a way to go for our first match. Jump right off the side of the building, and we were actually going to be doing very well with those weapons. Wow. That's okay. I'm not going to stress over that. Let's go back here to the lobby. I have not played any Zero build here today, so I'm going to hop in. I'm going to go ahead and hop into some ranked. Might as well go ahead and get that started. Gold 3, see if we can get ourselves at least in the platinum. Maybe even diamond. So, we'll see. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hopping into some Zero build here. We were just playing some Reload. We had the craziest we had the craziest first match, literally. It was we got like 22nd, 23rd place, I forget what it was, but we just hopped right off the roof and that kind of ended it. So yeah, I thought there was a smaller roof on the other side, but there wasn't. We just missed it by like a half a body. So if you guys want to rewind back there and check it out at that point, you're just gonna stop and shake your head. That's all I'm saying. Did hop in at a good time though. We're gonna be on here for probably about the next hour, maybe hour and a half, depending on how our stream goes here. I do have to work tomorrow. It will be my Friday, so got to be there at 7 a.m. You know, the good old 7 a.m. But I am gonna get off early once again, and I'm gonna come home, and preferably I'm gonna try to live stream for a little while, and then yeah, I'm gonna go get my dog, and I'll explain that in the later maybe a later sometime later in the future about my whole dog situation. If you guys are curious about that whole, you know, me got to go get my dog, but for now, we'll leave it at that. However, I'm getting off here a little bit early tomorrow. Come home, live stream for you guys. We'll get on here, play. We'll have some fun. Try to have some funny moments. Maybe some wins, preferably some wins and some funny moments. But I think we're gonna have a good time, and Hey, I mean, you guys make it all the better. Just being here watching the stream, so I do thank you guys in advance. Oh, it's so much different gliding in here. It's so much slower. Oh my god, I need something. I need something. I want to get out of here. Hey, how's it going? Super Mario? Welcome to the stream. Oh god, I don't have anything. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot you. Ah, 74th. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good night. We're in here in some zero build ranked. We did just die there, but we're getting ready to hop into another one. How's it going? Hopefully everyone's having a good night. Hey, thanks for the follow, Super Mario. River. River. Hey, Otis Flexer, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks for the really does help out the channel there. How's it going? Hopefully everyone is enjoying their evening. Thank you guys very much for joining the stream. Might as well join in, why not? All right. What we got here? All right, let's go. Thank you very much, Super Mario, for the raid. That's the first time that's actually happened to me. I do appreciate that. I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty cool how that whole thing works. I don't know. It's just something new to me. So I do appreciate that. By the way, I think that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so used to. I was playing Reload earlier today. Okay. All right. Well, apparently I'm not meant to play it right now. I was playing Reload earlier today, and the gliding or the gliding down is so much faster than all of the all on here on zero build, and it's just so much different. I don't know. I just have to get used to both of them back and forth. See, we'll go ahead and hop back in. I think I'm gonna hop back into some reload. That's cool with you guys. If you guys have anything in specific that you guys wanted me to play, you guys can throw that into the chat. It does help me out. I don't know. Maybe we should. We are in some zero build. We're trying to rank ourselves up. So maybe we should just stay here where we're at. We're gold 3. We can at least get ourselves to platinum, maybe diamond. That's my goal. But hey, hey, Bill Blabber, thank you very much for the follow. That's greatly appreciated. Hope you're having a great night. If it is night for you there where you are. If not, then you know, happy great afternoon or great or good morning. Either way, hopefully it's going to go for you. I think it's gonna. Fortnite's filing on us in a match here. If you guys do enjoy my my live streams or any of my videos here on Twitch, please consider checking out my YouTube channel. It's under Joey Longlegs as well, the same thing that my Fortnite is under. If you guys wanted to check that out, I do have a lot of videos on there, a lot of long form videos, a lot of shorts. I do have over 800 subscribers on there. My goal, honestly, is to get that, try to hit that 1,000 mark. So if you guys wouldn't mind, please consider checking that out. That really greatly appreciated. Look at this guy. Just thinking about shooting me and then didn't. I mean, come on. Right, let's get into it, guys. Yeah, we can get this slurp trailer before anybody else does. Right about the same time. Gotta get that gliding in. Here we go. We'll hit this. Maybe we'll hop down there and try to grab that chest. Or maybe we'll just get on out of here. There we go. There we go. Sub-Zero hands. I mean, they're okay. How do you guys feel about the Sub-Zero hands? Oh my gosh. Get out of here. Wow. He was just like, I am not messing with that guy. Tell me about that. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I mean, who just literally just leaves? All right, we need something. There we go. We need something for up close. Ooh, not that way. We don't need to go down there just yet. I mean, these... Here we go, here we go. Ah, got him. Damn, he almost took me out. Wow. I mean, these things aren't too bad. Okay, okay. I mean, come on. Somebody's got a laser on you. It's kind of hard to defend against that. What do you guys think? Do you guys fans of the laser? All right, 11%. So we're moving on up. Good. Make the jump. It's not gonna hurt you. Ooh. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great night. Getting into our next match here. All right. As we next to get in one. Oh, chug jug. There we go. It's letting us in. I am putting my YouTube here in the chat just in case anybody is interested in checking out my YouTube channel. Sorry about that. Here we go. Nice little thing here. There you go. Obviously, it's the same as on my Twitch here. Ooh. I'll join the party. Hey, welcome to the stream. Just hopping into a match here. You're just in time. All right, we're just gonna head straight down here, guys. We're not gonna wait around and try to glide to the end like I normally would. Well, not normally, but sometimes. We're just gonna hop here, maybe right here on this gold mountain. Then we're gonna get some company, but we'll go ahead and end that quickly. Nothing really much up here. We'll go ahead and head on down. Somebody may join us. Anything in here? No. We're gonna head on over here to this other building. Ooh, hold on. Got ourselves a little, maybe a little action down here. We definitely have ourselves some gold. Yes. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I mean, it is a Sentinel, so it's not the best thing ever, but it's still a shotgun. I mean, can't really get too picky when it comes to shotguns anymore. Thank you. You know we're gonna take that. Give me all that gold. Oh, look. A sticky grenade launcher. Yeah, that's what we'll keep it. I think that looks about right. I think it looks about right. You guys, by chance, if you guys want to talk here in the chat, I am willing to answer any questions that you do have. Do you guys, I do have a question for you guys though. Do you guys use the sticky grenade launcher a lot? Like, is it one of your favorite weapons? Is it something that you guys enjoy using? I like using it. At least the last my last match that I was using it, I was really messing some people up pretty good. So it was pretty cool. It's something. I mean, it's definitely something that I do like using when I can find one, because it's something you can get people from far away. That's very beneficial. I'm gonna get rid of these gloves. I don't really need them. Much this. Okay, we're not gonna waste any more on them. We're actually gonna head down there. Whew. Had me worried there for a second. Okay. There you go. You take my sticky grenade launcher. That's okay. You know you want it. 2 eliminations. We're still moving up in the ranks. I can't really complain too much. I mean, we gotta get to that platinum. So hey, Super Mario, if you don't mind me asking, if you're still on here watching, what exactly is the whole raid thing that you did? How does that work? Is that possible to get? Like, how do I go by trying to get those kind of things? Or is that just something that you kind of do? You go and help people out on their channel and stuff like that? Is that what that is? I don't know. You have any more information on that that would help out? I do appreciate that though. Ooh, gotta practice on that jumping. I have to make that more of a habit, guys. I tend to when I'm shooting, I tend to just want to shoot, and I gotta also practice around on the jumping as well. So, gotta make that more of a habit. All right, let's get into it. I think I am gonna actually make my way over here to towards the fields. I'm gonna head over there now. Go ahead and start gliding. A long way, but it's worth it. As long as you can get over here before everyone else. Obviously, we're gonna have company. This is the most popular place. We call it Fatal Fields. They don't actually have a name for it, but that's what I'm calling it, and that's what everyone I play with calls it. So, kind of that thing. I don't believe that I have any gold. Like, if I do, it's barely any at all. So we're not going to be able to buy Jade. Hey Jade, I don't have enough to buy you. And you can hook me up. She's waving at me like she wants me to buy her, but I just... It's not in the books. Okay? It's not in my cards. I will take this Hollow Twister, though. Alright. On the go. I believe that I hear someone. I don't know if that's just me or if that's Jade. Oh, Jade's sweeping. Alright, let's get out of here. Excuse me, Jade. I gotta get this, and then I gotta go. I gotta go win this game. I mean, I do have a good benefit here starting out with, we're gonna take the shotgun. At least starting out with an AR. I'm not quite seeing anyone just yet. I don't know, I don't understand. Okay. Wow. How did you see me? All right. Barely. Just a little tiny bit. A little tiny bit. All right. We're gonna move on out of zero build. I think we're gonna have into some more reload and ranked at that. But definitely zero build because I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not a fan of it. I'll just be completely honest. Reload zero build. Here we go, and we will play ranked. I'm just a big fan of ranked now. I was playing like non-ranked for a while, but then I realized that ranked is it's not even that bad. What do you guys like to what do you guys like to play? You guys a fan of like ranked, or is it more of like non-ranked or zero build? Um Reload. I know there are a lot of people that like to play old good old battle royale. Like there's so much stuff. Um so many different, I mean there's so many different games on this on Fortnite as it is, so everyone has their own opinion on things. Kind of wish you could, I mean you can in the photo editor or whatever it is, like your instant replays kind of thing, you can get in like third person view or whatnot. But I wish you could just kind of turn yourself around here to look at yourself, maybe get better screenshots and better thumbnails and stuff. I think that's also something that I have to work on too with my videos. If you guys have checking out any of my long form videos on YouTube, um, you guys may notice like the thumbnails and stuff. I do want to work on those. I want to try to make some custom ones, try to get better thumbnails and stuff, try to work on that. That is something that I'm getting new at as well. But you guys will notice if you guys do stick around, join me in this journey. You guys will obviously notice the difference slowly but shortly. So progress, obviously, it takes some time. Doesn't happen overnight, but I'm willing to work with it as long as you guys are. As long as you guys here are here to support, I'm here to play. So just put it that way. Ooh, here we go. We're gonna need these flow berries. And I don't need these. I'm gonna take the bandages because ooh, not a fan of that either, but it is longer distance. Better aim. All right, let's keep moving. Hey, if there's anyone out there, I'm not sure how it works, but if there's anyone out there that would like to help me out with another one of those raids, that would be awesome. All right, keep moving. Nobody shoot me, nobody shoot me, nobody shoot me. Yes. We needed that so bad. We are going to keep these jump pads because you never know when you're going to have to get on out of here. And, you know, like this. Man, I don't want to leave this stuff, but we're gonna use this up here really quick. Give ourselves a little extra boost. All right, let's go. Make our way through the building here. Grab ourselves some shotgun ammo and everything along the way. We got another chest here. There we go, there we go, there we go. We're gonna use this. Because I think the med kits are gonna be more valuable than that other stuff. We're definitely keeping our infiltrator. Get ourselves, oh, we can't. Come on. We're just trying to grab everything we can out of here, guys. That's really, kind of really what it's about. And then we're gonna get out of here. Might as well grab everything we can while the storm is in here. All right, let's go. I'm tired of that. Shield bubble using ass. What does this guy think he was? You think they were just gonna just do it? Oh, this guy's just gonna let me use a shield bubble. Pop one out of the other end. Shoot him. Ooh, okay. All right. I'll admit I wasn't prepared for that one. Let's try that again. Ah, bro. Seriously, bro. Work on that aim. Work on that aim. Come on. Ah, yes. Get him, bro. Get him. Ah, no. No, 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 no. All right, I'm coming back. Last time. I'm coming right here with you. Give me all your stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Shotgun to the face. That's all it took, though. I didn't have any shield. I didn't have any... I barely had anything. Come on. That's okay. I'm willing to accept that. We got 7 eliminations. What are we moving? Gold 2, baby. Gold 2. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please consider hitting that follow button. It really does help out the channel. And make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you do know when I go live again. Also, please consider checking out my YouTube. I know I've mentioned that before, but please consider checking out my YouTube. It is under Joey Longlegs. It's the same as my Twitch and the same as my Fortnite game here on Epic, or my Epic account. Then we're going to hop into one more here. They were probably going to play here for about 20 more minutes or so, probably till about 8 o'clock. I do appreciate you guys for sticking around as long as you guys have. It does really help out the channel. Thank you guys very much for your support, and thank you everyone today for the 3 followers that I've gotten. That does really help out the channel. It really does let me know that you guys want me to continue doing this and that I am actually doing good. So that does really support us. Oh, did they even get that ammo? Almost like it was missing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the battle bus early. Go ahead and when we start up, we're gonna melt this gold down and make me a little necklace. Obviously, that's not gonna work. All right, we're starting up the bus. Oh my god, I missed it. Ah! That's alright, we'll hop back up here in a minute. Okay. Let me search it. Let me search it. We're gonna need a better gun than this AR. Oh, I mean not AR. But then this Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna have to just go around after him. Okay. Bush bombing. I can work with that. I guess if it's in the game, you are more than welcome to use it, buddy. Use the shit out of those things. I'm all for it. If you are curious, I did not mean to do that. I will be taking all of those things. Okay. I'm just not having the luck with these shotguns right now. It's like they're being a little bit slow on the shot. Flowberry on the go. Alright, I guess we're gonna have 2 sniper rifles. What do y'all think about that one? Alright, we're gonna have to actually use it though. I'm not seeing them. Try that shit again, bro. Went sniping my ass. Not anymore. Get out of the bush. God, out of the bush. Man, out of the bush, bro. Out of the bush. Out of the bush. Oh, I wish they would just have like one map where there's no bushes. No bushes. All right, let's ready up here again. Got about 9 minutes, guys, here. I think we got enough time here for one more match. Hope you guys are still enjoying the stream, by the way. If you are, please hit that follow button. Um, you guys are amazing. This has been a fun night. This has been probably one of the best streams I've had so far since I've been streaming. It's been about a month and a half. So I do appreciate everyone that's joined the stream. All of my new followers. That is greatly appreciated, by the way. Oh, that Mr. Hide in the Tree. Yeah, we're not gonna watch this guy because he killed us, and we are going to put that right there because he. I'm sorry, guys. Reporting that there, but I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of anybody that likes to go and hide in trees. And I mean, how much fun is that? Like, face me one on one. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but wouldn't you rather somebody come out there and you guys see each other and whatever? You know, I'm just not a fan of it. Give me 1 second here, guys. We're gonna start that match. I just have to use the restroom really quick. Give me about, say, 1 minute, and we'll get into it. All right, thanks, guys, for sticking around. All right. Oop. All right, guys. Thanks, thanks for sticking around there for the moment. Let's go ahead and hop in here for our. Go ahead and hop in here for our last match. All right, letting us in right away. Ah, this guy. The big deal. You guys own the big deal? Any of you guys own the big deal? I have not purchased him. I kind of wish I did. But if he comes into the shop again, he's mine. So, we'll just hang out on our gold stoop again, like normal. All right, everyone. Wish me good luck. This is our last match. All right, thanking the bus driver. I am gonna have to change. I did just notice here on Fortnite how I mentioned, oh hey, your viewers snoring. Oh, my viewers are snoring. You can hear them snoring. Thanks, I appreciate that. That's I don't think my viewers are snoring, but I do. Oh my gosh, look at that. Maybe they are snoring now. Yeah, I'm not too interested about the Zha.com. Thanks anyway. But I do have a lot more faith in myself than you may. But I believe that I can do this here on my own. And thank you anyway. Obviously, I'm not on my own. I have my followers here to support me in the matter. Oh, I think we should head on in here. One second here, guys. All right. Nope. Gotta watch our back here, guys. People just roll up on you quick. There they are. I don't know if they're just above. Might need that infantry rifle. You never know. Hey, dear bathroom. Thanks for joining the stream. Oh, all this stuff. People everywhere. I guess we're gonna go up there. Oh my god, that's where it's happening. Okay, well, they took me. All right, this is our 0 reboots left. We got one more go at it. getting this kill, taking down these steps, bro. Oh, come on. What? That's what happens when they're ducking as well. All right, completed a couple quests. All right, one elimination. I can't really complain about that. Went up 4%. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for the stream here. I do appreciate everyone for sticking around. If you did enjoy the stream, please consider hitting that follow button and the notification bell. That way you do know when I go live again. Also, please consider checking out my YouTube. It's under the Joey Longlegs. So please consider checking that out. Please consider hitting that subscribe button there as well. And I will see you guys in the next stream. All right, have a good one, guys. Later.